Good morning and happy Thanksgiving to all around YouTube. Cinematic Otaku Chris here, returning for another exciting monthly episode of Franchise Frenzy, in which today we'll be taking a look at part 11 as we're almost close to the end of this year-long challenge of Partaken. We have made it through 10 episodes, to which there were 10 film franchises that came and gone, yet we are at 11 right now, to which we'll be saying goodbye to some, while others proceed to press on. In this episode, we'll be taking a look back at a previous title I've discussed in episode 8, as I'm sure it's obvious you may know which title I am talking about, and that is Freddy vs. Jason from 2003. Yet I've already discussed a lot in the previous episode. Do not like to repeat what I have said in that episode because I think I've said enough, except for I would like to share at least one or two more facts about Freddy vs. Jason this time. Other than it's a pretty good watch overall. So, fact A, Freddy vs. Jason was directed by Hong Kong's Funny You, who famous for directing The Bride with White Hair and Fearless. As well, in between, he took a stab at the American horror genre with The Bride of Chucky, a sequel in the Child's Play franchise, with hilarious results while keeping the gory macabre thrilling. And 5 years later, he made another move at the American horror genre in the crossover Showdown of the Century with Freddy vs. Jason. What a coincidence there. And fact B, for those who remember that final scene of Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, it foreshadowed that crossover a decade later. As well, A, it showed that Freddy would appear in New Nightmare, which was made during the time, and B, what I mentioned earlier, foreshadowing that crossover 10 years later. Even though there wasn't any video games nor comic books covering that crossover. But nevertheless, lastly, this still qualifies as part of the Friday the 13th franchise. However, this was still not the last time we'll see neither Freddy or Jason, because both had their own remakes produced by Michael Bay, in which I covered the one on Freddy, and next time I shall be covering the next one on Jason, which came a year before Freddy's remake in 2010, because 2009 saw Jason returning to the big screen. And pretty much that sums up everything in Franchise Frenzy, Part 11. Can't believe it's almost been a year since our I've joined in this challenge hosted by my good friends Joe the Horror Man and Horrific Nightmares Jason Morse, which I'd like to give a huge shout out and many thanks to in conclusion to this episode. If you enjoy all what I discussed here, be sure to hit that thumbs up, comment below, and do subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed everything overall. Until then, Cinematical Taku signing off, wishing you a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. And I look forward to the coda of this challenge, plus an epilogue to top off with. So, better stay tuned for that once next month comes. Hope to see you in another fresh new video with all new stuff to come. Ciao for now, ladies and gentlemen.